Morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Annie.
Hello. Hey, Annie and him.
Great.
Annie and him.
Driver.
Driver. Hey, Annie and driver. Let's sing. One light brings us all together. One light inside you and me. One light shines in every person that I see. It's the light that shines inside of me. One light brings us all together. One light inside you and me. One light shines in every person that I see. It's the light that shines inside of me. It's the light. It's the light that shines inside of me. It's the light that shines inside of me. And surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There's a holy hush around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Step in. I feel tall.
You're tall. Compared to me. All right.
Hello.
New face.
Oh, it's a little precarious.
It's.
Oh, there we go. Welcome, everybody. I don't see Corliss here today, but I was really moved by her prayer last week. And I ended up, life and spirit, it works in tandem. And when we're open and something touches us, so many times it gets echoed in other ways. And I came across some reading this week that I was inspired to write my prayer around. Just to kind of echo what Corliss was talking about, and that prayer for wisdom about anger that she shared with us, and moving on from it. So, Heavenly Spirit, and I invite you to close your eyes and meditate. Many of you already are. Heavenly Spirit, grant each of us gathered here today, here in this warm and cozy space, and also all of those out there online, wherever they are, whether they are watching right now, here in the present moment, or watching this recording of our service in the future. Grant us and them, and all the other us and them in the world right now, grant us all the strength and wisdom to remember to take significant time, not just a passing good idea thought in our heads, to become still whenever the world around us seems chaotic, frightening, or simply too unpredictable. Divine Spirit, grant us the courage to allow ourselves this small kindness, Because when we are stressed out by an event, a person that just said something or done something, or a challenge in our own personal life, taking a long moment, better yet, several dedicated long moments, to become still, to focus on our breathing rather than the cascading, spiraling thoughts and mental spaghetti that sometimes, perhaps even often, crowds our mind. Remembering to take the time to center, breathe, and trust in divine wisdom and divine love helps us to release whatever spiraling, worrisome thoughts are focusing our attention away from our highest and best good. This isn't a prayer of retreat or escape or burying our head in the sand whenever we are faced with a challenge. It is about remembering our divine gift that each of us here in our little Unity of Chattanooga community, and each and every person in the whole wide world, has the option, has the power to bring each one of our challenges, each person that seems to be working against us, to mind one at a time and ask ourselves, what is mine to do in this situation? One at a time, one at a time. Let each of those troubling people or situations come to mind in your still, quiet space and ask yourself, what is mine to do in this situation? Divine Spirit, grant us this strength, this wisdom, so that it's easier for us to be open to new possibilities, new solutions, new strategies that lead to our highest and best good. We might realize we need to forgive certain people or find new ways to make amends with them. With others, we might be inspired to comfort them or support them in new ways we haven't tried before. If it's a health or financial or other challenge that we're facing in our personal lives, in our centered, quiet stillness, show us, guide us to take a particular action, a self-empowering action to resolve that challenge. We invite divine strength, divine wisdom, and divine love to come to us and flow through us to guide us and strengthen us as we face each of our challenges and conquer them. We bask in the joy and happiness and peaceful serenity that comes from being in this centered, connected space right now. And we bask in the joy and happiness and peaceful serenity that comes from living in and returning to this same centered, connected space today, tomorrow, and all of our other tomorrows. Divine Spirit, Heavenly Father, Mother God, Creator, grant us this strength and wisdom so that we always remember to ask ourselves, what is mine to do whenever we are faced with a challenge or obstacle? May we always discover and always know the answers that guide us to our highest and best good. And so it is.
Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel God's mighty power and God's grace. There is holy ocean around us. I see love in every face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. There's one power, indivisible, and you see it everywhere, every day. One power, indescribable, and you see it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baal, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names, but difference only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. Oh, remember, once we close our eyes to see that such differences were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baal, Hashem, heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, it's your sign, it's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, the Father Time. Oh, whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. It's the moment of creation and everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness, the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration, the sunlight on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's the hug of another, a soft caress on your face. It's the joy that's everlasting, it'll never go away. It's the call at the right moment to see if you're okay. It's your presence, it's your spirit, it's your arm. It's the power of the love in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. It's the love from another. Soft rests on your face. The joy that's everlasting. Oh, it'll never go away. The call at the right moment to see if you're okay. It's your presence, it's your spirit, it's your all. It's the power of the love in you and me. It's the power of the love. One power, one power, one power. It's the power of the love inside you and me. That's where it's at. Some caress on your face. Wow.
Thank you, Landis.
Well, I'm taller too. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Pennyworth, and I get to welcome all of you here this morning to Unity of Chattanooga's Sunday celebration service and acknowledge you for braving the cold, cold weather. However, you take a beautiful opening prayer, an incredible song, and it warms you right up. And even though one of my favorite things is the all-American breakfast at the Waffle House, this is still the best place to be on a Sunday morning. How wonderful it is to see Chuck and Sylvia back in our family. And I also want to acknowledge Tony Carter for stepping up to do the sound because Steve Hastings is taking a well-deserved day off tonight. And part of this family also includes all of you who are watching us on Facebook this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know, we always appreciate your presence and your energy, and we ask that you comment and talk to one another. I think that's the best part of the online service. I always like to check those things afterwards, and I enjoy it so much. And you know, if you know of someone who also might be encouraged by our message this morning, go ahead and share it. So, is there anyone here for the first time this morning? You raise your hand. Oh, we got two. Sarah, would you do me a favor? Thanks. We have a special information packet for you, and on the back is a little sheet that you can sign if you would like to receive our bi-monthly newsletter. We don't pester you with anything else. But as a new person here, that was it, yeah, okay, thank you. We always like to share our appreciation and our love with you for being here this morning, and we do that by sharing a special blessing. So everybody warm up your hand and send them towards the back of the room. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ in you. The Christ in you refers to that spark of divinity and the very same quality of being that Jesus and other spiritual leaders have brought forth in themselves and in their ministry. Unity is a global, inclusive spiritual community offering practical tools and uplifting teachings that people all over can apply to their lives. We believe in the power of positive thinking and having a faith-filled mindset. Because we know that we are one with God, unity teaches us how to bring our divinity into our human experience. And as we align ourselves with the universal truths, we are able to experience a greater sense of peace and grace and all of God's goodness in our lives. For last year's newsletter, I used the theme, Together We Thrive in 2005. And so, of course, I wanted to do the same thing for this year. And I started looking for words that rhyme with 6. There were 1,115 to choose from. Most of them I've never heard of before. And, you know, words like classics, matrix, tricks, clicks, sticks, plastic, chicks, picnics, they don't quite work for a theme. But then I just remembered that Amanda spoke 2 weeks ago with the White Stone Ceremony and talked about the word shift. And I thought, making the shift in 2026, that kind of sounds like it rhymes, doesn't it? So that's what we're going with. Making the shift in 2026. But I do have a news flash for you this morning. You cannot become a new person overnight. It is achieved by making constant and committed small steps. Abraham Hicks says it's about having a desire and constantly moving in the direction of that desire. And speaking of making a shift, tomorrow is the day that we set aside to honor Martin Luther King Jr. He was a man who made an incredible shift in the world while he was here with us physically. He was an exceptional man who came into this world and took off, running, hitting the ground. It's a day for us to remember how far our nation has come and also how far we still have yet to go. Tomorrow is an important opportunity as a freedom-loving nation to pause and think about the possibilities we can achieve to reach our highest ideals of peace, justice, equality, and freedom for all. That's what he was all about. And he believed that this could be achieved through nonviolent, peaceful means. And those of us who believe in nonviolence can be the voices of reason and understanding among the voices of hatred. We, too, can bring change through the strength of moral character, like Reverend Martin Luther King. We, too, can pause our impulsive reactions and respond with grace and integrity. We, too, can contribute our dreams, our words, and our actions to the well-being of this world. His ideals are just as worthy of our attention now as it was back then. From the clarity of the Christ consciousness within us, we are being called to step forth with intention and hope to bring the light that drives out the darkness. We can do this by releasing our limited judgments about others and appreciate the common ground that we all share. He ignited an invitation for all of us to walk towards the highest potential of our collective future. It is important that we remember this man. He would have made a great lunatic. And I wanted to share one more quote because it felt to me as though he could be standing here right now saying this in real time. I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. That was perfect. I was wondering how I was going to get a segue into the announcements. So today at 12:15, following fellowship, Eric will be holding a meeting for the Building Expansion Fund, and we invite all of you to attend.
Dreamers.
Dreamers included, that's right, I love it. And our daytime Unity Classics book study group is starting up again on this coming Tuesday at 10:45. They'll be reading Emmett Fox's book Sermon on the Mount, and this is not a Unity publication, so you do have to order it online. This explains how to use Jesus' teachings as a blueprint to your own spiritual transformation. And if you plan on attending, we ask that you read the intro and the first chapter. On Thursday, January 22nd at 6 p.m., our Unity Community Discussion Group will be meeting again. The topic of this time is the Year of the Fire Horse, and all are welcome as they discuss what change or creative path you would like to see set into motion this year for yourself. Today, Eric is also our prayer chaplain, and he will be available for personal prayer back in the office after the service. And next Sunday, we will be welcoming a brand new guest speaker, Octavia Faribault, who will be presenting Fire and Bloomstone. She's asking the question, what if we treated anger as sacred as we do joy? And just like Amanda, she's currently enrolled in the Unity Ministerial Program. So, I heard the best introduction to meet and greet once. Eric said, now is the time in our service that some of you have been waiting for and some of you have been dreading. So I now invite you to get up and say good morning. I almost gave it to her. You guys do such a great job. So, our guest speaker today is Annie Sims. And as most of you know, she is a student of Neil Donald Walsh and his book, Conversation with God. She's also a life coach and uses his teachings. She's also authored the book, Wisdom That Works, How to Use the Messages with Conversations with God. What you may not know is that she is also a songwriter and an extremely talented musician. Doug and I actually attended one of her concerts called California Dreamin' about a year ago up in Knoxville. And we just had a blast reliving some of the great oldies of my generation. She is now a part of two new bands, and one is called Dreams, a Fleetwood Mac experience, and the other is Crazy on Heart, which is a tribute to the Music of the Heart group. And both bands will be performing at the Shed Smokehouse and Juke Joint in Maryville, Tennessee on March 29th at a fundraiser called Rockin' the Rescue for the Appalachian Bear Rescue. This is a non-profit organization in Townsend, Tennessee, dedicated to rehabilitating orphaned and injured black bear cubs for release back into the wild. I put some info for you on the back table if that's something that you might be interested in going to. And I just wanted to share with you a comment that Annie shared with me once. She said, "We are her favorite church." Please welcome.
Thank you. I asked for something to stand on today because I'm usually like down here. This is my favorite church. I get touched every time I come here. I should just drive down from Knoxville more often. I will come. I want to be on the email list. Who's ever doing that? So I know when Gregory Fisher's here, or Sean O'Shea, or Sean Galloway. Those are my buddies from Nashville. So you said this is the universal question, why evil exists. Well, let me tell you why I decided to talk about that today. I am also on the board of the Conversations with God Foundation, and we put out a weekly bulletin. And the bulletin from August 17th of last year, someone had written to Neil and asked him this question. Neil Donald Walsh, author of Conversations with God. Dear Neil, your book says there is no such thing as right and wrong. What about good and evil? Is there true evil in the world? Good question, right? Signed, RJ from California. And I would like to share with you Neil's response because I just thought it was extremely powerful. Yes, there is, RJ. And we must be grateful for it. Evil is the greatest gift God ever allowed us to give ourselves. Reread the Conversations with God books very closely and you'll understand why. How many people have read any of those books? Okay, not that many. Okay, by the way, they're in the lending library. Book 3 is in there, Friendship with God is in there, Conversations with God for Teens is for sale if you have any teenagers that might be interested in that. Let me just sort of give you a little background about this, where he's coming from. And you can decide if this feels true for you or not. But for millions of people around the world, I think that these books rang true in ways that perhaps some other spiritual teachings that they had been exposed to didn't. The reason why Conversations with God says we even have a physical realm is because in the realm of the absolute, where God is, there's nothing other than God. There's nothing other than pure love. And it says that God wanted to know itself in its experience. But there's nothing other than God in that realm. So God got this idea. Well, I'm going to just make something up that's different from, allows relativity, contrast, something other than love. And that's why we have this realm of the relative, realm of illusion, the realm of the physical, as opposed to the realm of the absolute, the realm of the spiritual. So there are many spiritual teachings that say that this realm is illusory. It goes with the Toltec wisdom. It goes with many wisdom teachings. It goes with Hinduism. That this is Maya. This is the realm of illusion. So how can God know itself as love if there's nothing other than love? So that's where it's coming from. Does that sort of make a little sense? Okay, so then I will continue with his letter to RJ. I just wanted to give you some context for that. In the realm of the absolute, wait a minute, no, that's my notes. Okay, back up on Neil's letter. Okay. I wrote it all out. My husband's like, you gotta read your whole talk today. I'm like, we'll see. Okay, so back to the letter. For now, RJ, this gentle and loving thought. Fight not evil with evil, and neither condemn it. Rather bless it and see it for what it is. The greatest opportunity we have in this lifetime to be and to experience who we really are. And this is Neil talking, and I can't say that I'm this good, but this is what he says that he does. I do not wish to condemn any particular person, place, or thing, but merely to notice. Does anybody have a hard time with that? Not condemning things that rubs the wrong way? And in noticing, I wish to see if this is who I am. That is all I'm ever doing. And once I make my choice regarding who I am in relationship to that which I'm experiencing, then I simply and calmly announce it and express it in, as, and through me. Sometimes I'm not pleased with those choices, and so next time I choose differently. Sometimes I am pleased with my choice, and these are often choices that I repeat. Yet, never do I condemn the incoming experience, encounter, or energy, which has given me the opportunity to be and to decide who I really am. For I understand that in the absence of that which I am not, I cannot be that which I am. That is, in the absence of evil, which I am not, I cannot be good, which I am. And he says, in the absence of thin, which I am not, I cannot be fat, which I am. Well, he's not fat. In the absence of this, I cannot be that. For we live in a relative world in which all things exist as tools in the divine experience of creating and expressing who we now choose to be. This is God Godding. So yes, RJ, there is evil in the world. Most decidedly. Absolutely. And thank God for it. For without it, we would be nothing. Neither a doctor without sickness, a lawyer without disagreement, a plumber without leaks in the kitchen, and neither you without me. You see, and this is the crux of it, we are all holy partners. That's why each of us must never condemn the other. It's hard. That's the challenge, right? For we know not what path the sacred soul has chosen to walk, nor what assignment it has given itself this time. Has it come to be our ally or our enemy? Our helper or our persecutor? When we see the two as one, then we will have seen through the mirage. Then we will have uncovered the secret. Then we will have had revealed to us the purpose and the process and the function of all life. And when I was rereading my notes in the car coming down here this morning, when I read that, I'm going to tear up like you did. Our helper or our persecutor. And I realized my persecutor has been my helper. So you all may or may not know that Neil's not just a best-selling author. He is a wonderful, wonderful retreat host. And he's gotten past the time that we have retreats in person in his life. He does them online. But Greg and I used to fly out to Oregon over and over and over again just to be in the space as he worked with people, helping them come to terms and come to peace with some of the things that had befallen them, which a lot of people might say were evil things. So one of his daily emails, if you don't subscribe to them, they're really good. Every day he sends something, weekdays. On this day of your life, whatever your name is, fill in the blank. Penny, I want you to know that you are not your story. Who you are is so much bigger than that. It's okay to give up your past now. Most of us have a story of how we got to be the way we are, about what it's like to be us, and why it's so difficult sometimes to get through life. All of this is stuff that has nothing to do with who we are now. How often do you come from your story when you experience life? Are you ready to let go of that now? What if you could create you the way you want to be, rather than the way you think you are? Wouldn't that be great? Well, you can. All you have to do is let go of your story. So one of the best ways that he's taught me to do this is something I believe he just made up. And he calls it the soul logic process. S-O-U, capital S-O-U, capital L-O-G-I-C, soul logic, one word. And this is designed to give a person clarity around a particularly difficult event that may still be haunting them inside, and some of the things that people would bring to the room at these retreats were horrific. Like any things that anybody would say that was evil that was done unto you. And so he helps them get to a place of peace around it. And I thought I would go over the soul logic process with you all today. Anybody ever heard of it? It's powerful. It is so powerful. It'll help you drop your story. So it consists of 7 questions. And so the first 5 questions, I'm going to just ask the room. The first question, do you believe in God?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, do you believe in the existence of the human soul?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Number 3, what do you believe is the relationship between the soul and God? Anybody? What's the relationship between the soul and God?
I'd say one good thing, or maybe soul going back into God or recognizing God on this plane.
Anybody else?
God's perspective.
What?
God's perspective.
God's perspective is the soul's perspective?
Our souls.
Our soul is God's perspective. Very good, very good. Anybody else? Our connection to God. Yeah. Pardon? Expression of God? Manifestation of God in physicality. These are all, I would agree with every statement you've made. So that's, okay. That's
More reliable than Wi-Fi.
what?
More reliable than Wi-Fi.
God is more reliable than Wi-Fi. I always say, ask God or Google. Okay. Okay, then number 4. Can anything happen to God that God does not want to have happen? I don't think so. I don't see anybody doing this. I only see people doing this. Okay, well, number 5. Can anything then happen to your soul that your soul does not want to have happen? I'm hearing no's. Any yeses? Okay.
I'll say it.
You'll say yes?
Sure.
That something can happen to the soul that the soul doesn't want?
Yeah.
Well, if the soul, did you agree with the statement in number 3 that everyone else in the room seemed to agree with, that the soul is our purest aspect of God in manifestation?
As a little kid, I had no idea what a soul was.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, what's your name, dear?
Dave.
Dave. He'd probably be calling you up to the front of the room and putting you in the hot seat right now. I'm not going to do that. I say we all have our own truth about it. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. Yes, I honor that truth in you.
So someone said, what if you knew that everything that happened was being done for you? and not to you.
Okay, and I will say that so the people at home said, Penny said, somebody said, can you say, what if
You knew
you knew
that everything that happened to
that
you
everything that ever happened to you happened for you
and not to you.
and not to you? Because it happened through you, right? That's my belief about that. Okay, so Dave, Penny, everyone in the room, just take a moment to think if there's what's the worst thing that somebody ever did to you in your whole life. You might call it evil. You might just say it was horribly mean. Okay, so hold that thought in your mind, and I just want you all to mull this over quietly in your own minds. If all of these things are true, that we believe in God, we believe in the existence of the human soul, we believe that our soul is that purest connection to God, and that nothing can happen to God that God does not want to have happen. And if the soul is a part of God, then therefore nothing can happen to the soul that the soul doesn't want to have happen. If those things are true, and it's okay if you don't believe that they're all true, but if you do believe that those are true, then think on that hardest thing that ever happened to you in your whole life and ask yourself this question. Why would your soul seek to bring you that experience? By the way, Conversations with God says that you can assign meaning to any event in your life at any time in your life. You can assign meaning to it. So why might that have happened? And if you say, I don't know, then Neil would ask you his ubiquitous question. I know you don't know. You want to say it with me? Greg, on cue. I know you don't know, but if you thought you knew, what would the answer be? And this poor person's up here on the hot seat, They're like, I don't know. It's like, okay, I know you don't know. I know. But if you thought you knew, what would the answer be? And then he would say, just make something up. And when he gives them permission to make it up, guess what? It's when the magic happens. And then, so they get, oh, I can see why I might have called that into my experience. Thank you, Penny. Number 7, and this is the last question. If there is another person involved in this experience, why do you think the soul of that other person would join you in co-creating this experience? Same process as above. I want to tell you the story about this one woman in a retreat. God bless her. She was as distraught as anybody I've ever seen at any of them. Just sobbing. And, she holds her hand up to ask Neil and tell him, I don't know what to do. She said, I've lost my job. My husband left. He took the house and he kept the house and the dogs. Mm-hmm. And I lost my job and I only have $30 in my checking account. I'm sleeping on friends' sofas while I'm trying to find work. So she was at her wit's end, not knowing what in the world to do. How did I get here? I don't know what to do. I'm completely lost. And of course, all of us in the room waited with bated breath. What in the world is he going to say to this poor woman? And so he just gets real quiet. Wait a minute, he says. I remember you. You were at the retreat last year, weren't you? She goes, yes. He goes, and didn't you say at last year's retreat that you hated your job, you weren't happy in your marriage, and you wanted a big change in your life? And she said, yes. And he goes, Nice work. Nice work. I got goosebumps remembering it, y'all. It was like her whole countenance changed. She lit up like a Christmas tree. And for the whole rest of the retreat, she was so happy. She realized she had called that to herself, that she wasn't putting those pieces together. So what really changed in that moment? Her perception, her thought about it, how she was framing these huge challenges in her life. She instantly dropped her story that this is the most terrible thing that's ever happened to me. It's like, oh, this could be the best thing that's ever happened to me. So, I think best of all, she went from feeling utterly powerless, which is really, I've learned this past week from personal experience, that is the worst feeling emotion on the scale of emotions. And it's on the bottom of Abraham Hicks's emotional guidance scale. Powerlessness. She gained her power back just by her thought about it. Now, isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. So, Neil often quotes Shakespeare in his retreats on evil. He paraphrases this quote from Hamlet: "Nothing is evil, lest thinking make it so." Yeah. So perhaps my proudest accomplishment in this lifetime so far has been my loving response to my mom, who I shared with you all before was very physically abusive, much more to me than to my sisters. And as a child, I certainly thought she was very mean, and I may have thought of her as evil as a child. People who know our history are sometimes pretty darn surprised that I've stepped up to help her as much as I have in her advanced age, and what a wonderful, loving relationship we have. But it's simply because she told me when I was 18 years old why she did what she did. And it was that same spark of completely turning my thought around about it. It's like, oh, I get it. I might have done that too if I'd been in your shoes. She was in a terrible state of her own. So what's really funny is that I kind of have a hard time believing now that she and I didn't sort of set that up before we came in. This time I'm going to be the villain and you're going to be the victim. And it was probably the other way around another time, because we are just unbelievably close. I mean, she's really my best friend, so that's pretty cool, because it was bad for 18 years. But so, as I said, we get to assign meaning to any experience in our life. And the meaning that I've assigned to that, and it may not be true, but it feels true enough to make me feel at peace about it, and that's what it's all about, is that all of that abuse sent me to the piano for emotional release. And really, everything else in my life was great. So I might not have needed that music the way that I did, which of course became my life's work and my greatest joy. So there you go. And it led to my working with Neil Donald Walsh. So there you go. So now that we understand why evil exists, do we understand a little bit better why evil exists a little bit, hopefully? Then the only question remains, who do we choose to be in the face of it? Who do we choose to be in the face of it? I loved your question. What is mine to do in this situation? What is mine to do in this situation? Greg and I went to a wonderful deep study retreat one time, and these deep study retreats were not just for anybody. You had to have worked through your own personal stuff, except one lady slipped through the cracks, Barbara, but we won't go there. But it was really great. It was for people that were really going advanced with this teaching. And so they told us, bring a photograph of yourself when you were as young as you can find, a toddler. And so I brought this one. It says July 1962, so I wasn't even 2 years old yet. So he took us on this meditation that was unbelievable, so deep. And then he said, at the end, take out your picture, look at it, turn it over, and write on the back of it, why did you come to Earth at this time? And what came out was love unconditionally. I'd never thought of that before. But so isn't that the answer to the question you just asked? What is mine to do in this situation? There's no mistakes. Love unconditionally. Simple, but not easy. Simple, but not easy. So just a closer walk with God is what it's called for here. In my experience, there's one key to being unconditionally loving. It's a word that starts with the letter C. C-O.
Compassion.
Compassion. Compassion. Connect. That's good too. Yeah, compassion. Remember, others don't know what we are so blessed to know. There, but for the grace of God, go any of us in the darkness, and that's a sucky place to be, I'll tell you. And we've all been there. I was there a couple days ago. I tried not to wallow in it. Reading too much news again, Annie. So this is when we're invited to step into the teaching of the master teacher, the great Yeshua ben David, Jesus the Christ, when he said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." So it is. Thank you all so much. Yep. Do the meditation now? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Donna Michael. Love her from Nashville. That's her beautiful music I asked for when you know her, of course. All right, so let's just take a moment to sit up in our chairs, maybe align our bodies straight from the crown chakra all the way down to the root chakra in our chairs as much as we can. Put the thumb and the index fingers together and rest our hands gently, palm side up, in our laps. And take a few deep healing breaths. Breathe into the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, God, for helping me see who I am not, so that I can choose again to be who I really am. Thank you for the gift of opposites. Thank you for helping me remember that the opposite is just an illusion here in the realm of the physical, but in the realm where you purely reside, where we shall surely return to, we will remember once again that there is love and there is only love. And anything that looked here in the realm of the physical as unlike love was just a different degree on the scale. And any so-called evils that have supposedly been perpetrated against us, thank you for helping us recontextualize those experiences, those people, those events, those difficulties, those hard memories. Thank you for helping us assign meaning to them that feels true to our hearts and souls and gives us peace of mind. And when we arrive back at that loving place, let us remember this affirmation. May every action I take today arise from love. May every word that I speak today be imbued with love. May every thought that I think today be filled with love. And if it isn't, may my soul inform my mind with what's really true about that. May judgment turn to observation. And may observation and reflection lead to loving understanding and grace. May I see the world through the eyes of you, through the eyes of love. Now we raise our hands off of our laps and we hold up our hands and we send blessings to the world around us. Remembering that anyone who acts in a way that looks unlike pure love has just forgotten who they really are. And we bless them, we surround them with our highest love, our highest thoughts, that they may remember in this lifetime who they really are and come to know what we have been so blessed to remember. Thank you, God, we release this meditation, this treatment to divine love. And with great gratitude, we say together, and so it is. Thank you all. Thank you.
Now, the most important thing you said today was being able to retell your story. So I'm going to invite you to retell your story about your love offering. You know, some of you might think that it's an expectation that we're hoping for to help pay for the musicians, the speakers, the heat, whatever. But today, I'm going to invite you to think about your gift, not as an expectation, but as an invitation. It's an opportunity for you to let go of the story of any lack and limitation, because what you're really doing with your gift this morning is you are saying, I call forth every blessing, every opportunity, and every open door with my name on it to report to me immediately. And because this is a financial gift, you are also inviting financial favor to find you fast, multiply what you have, and open doors that you didn't even knock on. Now, isn't that a powerful energy that you'd like to be connected with? So let's take your love offering in your hands and bless it with our affirmation. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I receive in abundance.
Sing it after this. Just getting y'all familiar with the melody. Thank you for my health and healing, shining with your inner light. Thank you for each happy feeling, helping me to know what's right. Thank you for your
give thanks for each giver and every gift that has been freely given from the hearts filled with abundance and overflowing with love, going forth to bless this church, this community, and the world. Thank you, God, and so it is.
So it is.
That song, by the way, was written by him.
Only the lyrics, it's Episcopalian.
Yeah.
Are you retelling my story?
I'll make meaning of it however I can.
So we have a wonderful spread for fellowship this morning to encourage you to stay today for our building expansion meeting at 12:15. And in the meeting, in the moment, in the meantime, I invite you now to stand and sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, in oneness all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Prayer for protection.
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us.